Yo, 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 yo. Hold up. Let me turn this off. What is good? What's good, people? Y'all need to wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Last night was job boring. I mean, am I the only one that think it was job boring last night? Huh? I watched some fights as long as I could stay awake. But I watched some stuff last night. I don't really think it's much to go over. Maybe I missed the good parts, but last night was kind of dull. You know what I mean? It was hitting us with the flat part of the spoon. It was dull. You understand what I'm saying? Salute to all things in the building. What is good with you, sir? Definitely appreciate you coming through. King Mike Biggs boxing in the building. What's good with you, King? Definitely appreciate you coming through. Yeah. Smash the like button, everybody, when they come in. When you hear my voice on this playback, everybody that comes in, hit the like button and share the channel. Salute to you, Thrill Hill. What is good with you? Definitely appreciate you coming through. Everybody. And Royal Constrictor. What is good? What you said? What is good? It's been a little minute, sir. What is good? Been a little minute. Been a little minute. Salute to everybody that came in the building, though, for real. Listen. I got some topics to talk about. I got my man, my main squeeze, Jermall Charlo, bruh. Jermall Charlo takes some of the funniest interviews, and some of his best interviews has been with Brian Custer. I remember him saying, I'm trying to spend my time with you, Brian." He's funny. Jermall Charlo is naturally funny, and everything Brian laughed at, everything I laughed at during his interview, Jermall didn't crack a smile. He didn't crack a smile at anything that he was saying. He was dead serious. You hear me? Salute to you, boxing and barbecue in the building. Come on. What is good with you? What is good? Definitely appreciate you coming through. Jermall Charlo funny. I want to talk about, of course, what's been going around. Eddie Hearn saying what he said. Listen, if y'all been around long enough and listened to Eddie Hearn talk enough, Eddie Hearn already said this before. It's not his first time saying this, but he just reiterated something he already said. And I know some people already know. You know what I'm saying? But of course, we're going to talk about this like it never happened, because a lot of Devin fans act like a lot of stuff just never happened. But when you deep dive and look at all the stuff that been happened, that a lot of people kind of, unveil some stuff that Devin don't want to be unveiled, and Devin gets visibly upset or says something or whatever, or not, you know what I mean? But he ain't the only one, and this ain't the first time. You feel me? He's not the only one, and it ain't the first time. Salute to you, Mr. Shaw. What is good with you, sir? Definitely appreciate you coming through. Man, Steven Espinoza revealed his plans, and he got mad at him. I think when X was still called Twitter. When it was still called Twitter, Steven Espinoza said some things that that exposed Devin. Devin got upset, said some words back. Eddie Hearn said once that he overpays Devin. This is probably the most blatant that he said it. But this is probably like the third time he said that he overpaid Devin. I'm just saying. It's not the first time. It's not the first time, yo. Like, Eddie Hearn done exposed Devin a few times. Like, it's been years, but and it's just so blatant the way he said it all casually when it came out. I got that. We're gonna talk about that. But man, like it's Steven Espinoza went there already. Like a couple of other people that don't have no reason to lie on Devin already exposed Devin in previous conversation on X or in interviews, whatever. You know what I mean? This ain't the first time. Probably won't be the last, and he ain't the first person that exposed him. He probably won't be the last. I mean, I'm just being honest. Salute to Jab Queen in the building. What is good with you, Queen? Definitely appreciate you coming through. I want to talk about Christian Rock and all. I mean, what's her name? Yeah, Christian Rock, just a tiny bit. You know, a little bit of boxing. We're gonna get it in. We're gonna get it in today. Got a couple of topics. But I want to start by saying, um, prayers up to Shadesia Green. I don't believe I made a video or said anything about it since my last live. Um, Having a brain bleed is serious. That's serious stuff. And the last person that I remember having one was Adonis Stevenson. They said that he had the best left hand in boxing, the best left hook in boxing. I believe he was a 160, 168-pound fighter. And during the fight, he suffered a brain bleed and got carried off. Man, his life never been the same. He don't talk the same. He don't walk the same. He has a handler with him all the time. He stopped boxing immediately. He hasn't had a fight. He can't fight. You know what I mean? I've been hearing a lot of things. Like, I hear that you can come back from it. It is very possible. It all depends on how serious your condition is. And by what Shadesia Green is talking is like her condition isn't as severe as most probably or other people's condition. And she's saying that she'll come back, and hopefully she does. Prayers up for her. Hopefully she does come back 100% and regain what's hers, like she said. But man, this is why I said immediately and jumped to the corner. Like, it's got to be the corner's fault. Before I knew all the information, I was like, man, you got to look at the corner. When you look at the fight, it's like she didn't want to fight. Usually when people say, I'm going to say the same thing that I said to live before I even knew all of this stuff happened. You got to look at the corner, because usually when a fighter don't want to save himself and a corner got to save him, they want to fight. Like, they want to go out there and try to either survive or prove themselves. She didn't want to do none of that. So the fact that she didn't do nothing the entire 8th round, and then you set her down and then brought her back out there knowing that she couldn't do anything, man, it says a lot. And then now I hear that she was probably concussed before the fight. I hear that she wasn't walking straight after the 4th round. Man, you can hear the commentator, the chick continuously say something ain't right with her. Come on now. And the commentator, I think that was one of the MMA chicks that was commentating the fight. Like, let's just be real. At some point there, you got to look at the fighter, but the corner, that's what your corner is for. One head, like she's a fighter. Your corner is multiple people, and they supposed to have your best interests at heart. You understand what I'm saying? I think it's a bad look. I think it's very unfortunate that it happened. And I didn't think she shouldn't have been fighting, period. You know what I mean? But to move on from that shortly, Krishan Rock has been funny to me. She's been crying and been very emotional, but it's been very funny to me. How she's been crying and emotional because of cutting weight, and she was hungry and didn't want to eat. Man, it's been funny. But she fought last night, yo. The girl got a good hit on her in the 1st round, and it's like she threw a strong lead right and dropped the girl, like twisted her off her feet. I think it was a 4-round fight, man. I do have it if y'all want to see. You can go to IG, honestly. They got the whole fight on IG, for real. 4-round fight. It's an amateur fight. Of course, both of their first fight, amateur boxing fight. The other girl that she was fighting, Zenith, is like a wrestler or something like that. But whatever. It was a little entertaining, just a little bit. But okay. I wanted to talk about Robert Garcia, okay? I want to talk about Robert Garcia. I heard the man was gatekeeping all his fighters, man. It has to be talked about. It has to be talked about, okay? Tio versus, what's his name? Delago? Is that his name? Whatever. Him. That fight is supposed to be made at 140 for a vacant IBF title. Man, I'm mad that Tio is even getting a shot at a title, for real. It's a vacant title fight, and the number 1 and number 2 people is the guy he's fighting and Oscar Duarte. Like, Tio was ranked number 4, I think, in the weight class as far as names go. He's ranked number 4. Like, I think Keyshawn's above him. Oscar Duarte is number 2, and the guy he's fighting is number 1. I think Duarte and Delgado should be the fight. You feel me? I was informed that Robert Garcia don't really want his fighters to fight each other. And the problem is those Negroes are deep as hell. Like Robert Garcia got 100 Spanish fighters over that joint. And they got talent too. Like you got too many people over there for you not want them to fight each other. I think that's crazy. And for us to really be sitting and mad, because I have my own feelings about it because of how they're going about it. With us, feeling that way about Keyshawn and Shakur not fighting each other, bruh. And that's like I said, I feel because of the way they're going about it, I feel my way about them not fighting each other. But bro, they got like 100 Spanish fighters over there. They in the same weight class, some not, some is, all that shit. You mean to tell me they not gonna fight each other? They rank number 1 and 2. Like how does that supposed to happen? It's for Hitchens' title. That's definitely what it is. It's for Hitchens' title. And Tio just said he was going to move up to 147. And it's like, now that they're giving him a vacant title shot at 140, I bet he stay for it. Now, Lindafo Delgado, that's his name. Dude is not as easy as people think. You know what I'm saying? But you got a lot of people out here feeling the type of way. And I kind of feel a little bit for Oscar. Being that he didn't get the title shot that he was supposed to get, you're going to skip over him and give it to Tio is crazy. Like, did Robert Garcia turn down the fight for Oscar Duarte to fight his stablemate? Is that what's going on here? Like, for real. Like, I don't see how, like, do y'all really know how many fighters Robert Garcia got over there in that boxing gym, yo? He has way too many fighters for them to be over there, all of them friends. That is crazy, yo. No way. Bruh, no way. Like, that's what I'm saying. This is how. And it probably went under all of our radar for real. Because you got Bam doing his thing and stuff like that, but there's really nobody over there in that weight class that he got over there in that stable that's close to Bam. I'm just saying, you got 2 fighters that's ranked number 1 and 2 in the same weight class under the same division, on the same belt, and the belt is now vacant, and they go right to tip. What's going to happen if Delgado win the fight? Is Oscar just going to keep just trying to get another belt? Like, I don't get it. I just don't understand. I think that it makes more sense for 1 and 2 to fight each other besides somebody that came off a horrible loss the way he did. Oscar Duarte just won a fight. Y'all just was going to reward him a title shot, not Lindafo or whatever his name is, not him. So why are y'all skipping over Oscar and giving the title shot? Like, how come Tio's not fighting Oscar Duarte? Like, that even makes more sense. But even then, it don't, because, like, why is Tio in the mix? I'm just saying. The 2 guys that I'm talking about that's over in at Robert Garcia gym is ranked number 1 and 2. Number 3 is Keyshawn Davis, and number 4 is Tio. Tio just lost. Keyshawn won, Oscar won, Lindafo won. You cannot tell me that Teofimo's market value is that tough. Like, you can't tell me that it's that good to put him back in this fight. And to be real, if Tio's not 100, if he's not the better Tio that he was when he fought like his best fights, like if he's not 100, Lindafo probably stopped Tio's ass. Lindafo hit very, very hard. Okay. And he don't really got to load up for none of that. Like, he swing them things and he come forward and he hit hard. Like, it's not, Tio probably get his ass whooped when he fight Lindafo. That's why I'm not that mad. I'm just confused on what's going on here. Is Robert Garcia turning down the fight? Certain things not going to happen because they're in the same gym. Is that what's going on? I'm not going to blame Robert, but it's somebody's to blame, damn it. It doesn't make any sense. You have too many people over. They're going to catch up to each other eventually. This is going to keep happening. It's going to be a 1 and 2 and 3 is going to be people from Robert Garcia gym. And come on now. It's more Spanish fighters out there. I mean, Spanish gyms out there to go to. Like, I don't understand what's going on. I don't get it. Up top, I count like 15 or 20 good fighters, right? Good names, though. Good names. It's certain fighters they put in title positions. Tio, Ryan, Canelo. Yeah, they said, somebody in my comments said that they did the same thing with Ryo and what's his name, Gary Antoine Russell and Pulo and stuff like that. Man, certain those are all different. Like those fighters right there, to me, are more entertaining fighters than Tio, and that's just my opinion. Besides Ryo, but that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? Like I don't those fighters hasn't been under the scrutiny that Tio put on himself. Like Tio's not an easy person to work with. Tio's been on there disrespecting managers, disrespecting promoters, networks. Tio's been on there saying racist stuff. Tio's not a really good person to even work with. Those other people didn't do nothing. Like they just fighters. They shut up and fight for the most part. Like it's starting to, like boxing starting to look a little messy. It's like y'all like the controversy just a little bit too much for me. Just a little bit too much. If this is what's going on, Robert Garcia need to let go of them fighters, bro, and let them fight each other, dog. I'm more than sure. And the thing is, I think Oscar Duarte is 30 years old. Lindafo is 31 years old. Like, they're not going to keep getting, you know what I'm saying, keep getting chances. Both of them are Mexican fighters. Something need to happen. It states that Tio suspended by New York State Athletic Commission indefinitely on BoxRec. It's just different. It's mad. I'm mad about it though. Salute to you, Victor. What is good with you? Definitely appreciate you coming through. Hope you're having a good morning. Good morning. Oops. Let me see. Look. When it comes to Zuffa, though, can I say this? There's a lot of people talking about Zuffa. I don't have much to say about Zuffa because the proof's in the pudding, babe. Like, that's the dude that's running it. The proof's in the pudding. People are rocking with it because, like, when you look at it, what's his name? Dana White, the problem was the money over at the UFC. He wasn't paying people for real. The fact that Zuffa isn't being funded by his ass. He's like the face of it. You the speaker out this shit. Like if it's being funded by the Saudis, then people are looking at it like, well, it's not being funded by him, so it should be all good. And that's the only thing wrong with the UFC is the fact that they don't pay the fighters, but the matchups be great and all of that. That's what we need in boxing and blah 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 blah. And I hear the other side of it. You know what I'm saying? People talking about they just hate Zuffa or that they really like it. I just think that Zuffa's new. Like, you remember, like, I just think that it's due for changes. You remember the franchise belt, right? Remember when the franchise belt came out, everybody felt like we knew the rules. At least we knew some of them. We knew what we were told, and people made videos about what we were told. But for real, like, when you go back and look at it, the franchise belt, it had a lot of changes with it. Like, they continued to change it over and over and over again to fit whatever narrative that they were really put out when they made the franchise belt. It really wasn't like when people was like, oh, well, was trying to poke holes through it or whatever, they started changing the rules of the damn franchise belt. I just think Zuffa is going to do the same thing. Zuffa already started out, people thought it was this and they thought it was that. It's not this and it's not that. Like, Zuffa turned out to, give Korner Ben $15 million for one fight. You feel what I'm saying? Like, Zuffa's turning out to be something different. I think the rules of what fighters think that is going to happen in Zuffa might change. I think the contracts that people sign, I'm not going to say that it's going to the contract's going to change, but it's certain rules that they can change to make the reason on why fighters sign that contract. If they knew that this was so, they probably would have been hesitant to sign it. You feel me? I think just it's too new for people to really think that, you know, everything that that's being said and being shown to us is really what's happening behind the scenes. I think it's too new. I think it's just like the franchise belt. I don't think it's that much different, and it's going to be things changed. And fighters probably like it or love it. You know what I mean? But us as fans, we got to wait to see exactly what Zuffa's going to do to box. For real. Salute to you, Jay Will. What is good with you? Definitely appreciate you coming through. I'm surprised Teal turned down the Delago title. He turned it down at 140 to move up to 147, where he's going to get, because he probably knew he was going to get his ass beat. Now, the thing that makes sense is to make the Oscar Duarte fight versus Delgado. Then that's what makes sense. Let's see if it happens. If it don't happen, who's to blame? This not the first time that this has happened. This ain't the first time that stablemates had a chance at the same title. You know what happened? Is either they make time with the coach to be coached with each other, or they leave. One of them leave the gym and be coached elsewhere, and then they fight each other. I think Michaela Mayer just did it. Like last year, I think. When she fought Sandy Ryan or some girl, I can't remember. But it's not a first. It's a better fight, too. I want to see Delgado versus Duarte. Let's go. And he's going up, man. I want to talk about 140. 147 is filled with people they're their own peers, bro. Like all of y'all, bro, y'all grew up with each other, basically. And when it comes to boxing, y'all seen each other probably every year. You feel me? Y'all probably went to the Olympics together or tryouts or some shit together, some qualifiers or some shit together for years. Y'all know each other. These fights should have happened a long time ago. You remember Devin back in the day was walking around. He was the big bad man that T.O. got flustered in the face and didn't want to look in the eyes. Ryan got flustered in the face, didn't want to look Devin in the eyes. Everybody was calling Rolly special when he got into the picture. Who's the champions at 147? Devin, Ryan, and Rolly, and a UK fighter. 147 is filled with nobody should be nervous going to 147. That's just really what I got. Nobody should be nervous. Nobody should be ducking anybody at 147. These are all your peers you've been wanting to fight for a decade, right, Devin? Right, Ryan? Ryan and Devin already got it in. Rolly want Devin. He want to fight Devin. Nobody should be nervous going to T.O. Man, listen. T.O. want money fights. He been wanting money fights for a long time. T.O., I think he got a limit on his talent. He know it. He didn't want to fight Shakur Stevenson. He didn't want to look like a duck. That's why he's been calling out people that he knows that's out of his league that he can't fight, like Boots and Bud, to make it look a certain type of way. But T.O. don't want no static. You could tell by the way he was talking to Shakur, he was shook as shit. He was acting like a little hoe. He was like, I'm T.O. What are you talking about? Why are you talking to Shakur like he your uncle? Bro, you is not 5 or 7 years old. Shit is wild. He was acting like a punk the entire time. Like you knew you don't. That's why I talk about black fighters the way you do, bro. You're not even on that talent level, and you look at it like it's a level that you can't be on. And you put those boys on that pedestal, bro. You did that all by yourself. You painted that damn picture. T.O. is not like that, and he know it. He know it. He think he can fight certain fighters and get out on them and make it look as pretty as the fighters he hate on over at Top Rank, but he can't. That's why he was over there talking about some, do I still got it? Yeah, you were supposed to dust, buddy, but you didn't. You didn't. You got dropped twice in the fight. Man, T.O., in my opinion, bro, if what you saying is true, and he turned down the fight at 140 and he's moving up to 147. If that's facts, he's moving up to 147, bro. He's just going to be an irritating asshole to top names and fight freaking nobody unless they make him fight some. Just like y'all ordered this, IBF ordered a vacant title fight with T.O. name in it, knowing that he wanted to move up. Bro, order him to fight somebody else, bro. Order him to fight for a title eliminator against a name, son. It's people at 147 that I would want to see his ass fight. Give him a title eliminator versus Roland Polanco. Yeah. Yeah. Give him something different. Give him something different. But if he go up and fight somebody I never heard before, watching boxing for over 10 years, if he fights somebody at 147 that I never heard in my years, or go up to 147 and fight a champion or something, I'm going to be so disappointed in boxing. There's other names other than the champions that's at 147. It's not deep at 147, but it's definitely some names. Most definitely. Matter of fact, there ain't nothing to it. Hold up. Hold up. I'm going to go to BoxRec just because it's easier. All right. I see. Dang, why they got this Bama rank so high? It's ridiculous. But anyway, Rolly's a champion ranked at number 11. Ryan's a champion ranked at number 12, bro. You got Tiger Johnson at 15. Lewis Crocker is a champion ranked at number 16. But you got Karen at number 8, you heard me. You got Rohan Polanco at number 7. Shoot, give him Brian Norman Jr. at number 4. Bro, but seriously, like, Karen's the one, I'm telling you. Karen's the guy to beat, though. I want him to fight Rohan Polanco, no bush. They got Jack Catterall, Korsar Barboza, Brian Norman, Liam Paro, Connor Ben, sorry ass, was ranked number 2. Is ridiculous. Ridiculous. But he going to come to 147 and fight somebody that you never heard of, or he going to try to get like a Devin Haney. No, he ain't scared of Devin Haney. He going to try to get like a Lewis Crocker or Ryan Garcia. I don't think he want to fight Rolly either. I don't think Tio want to fight Rolly either. You heard me? WBC franchise belt and WBA regular belt, 2 bad things for boxing. 147 filled with boys, tank beat leftovers. Yes. I agree. Tio put on that fake song and dance, but knew he would never fight Boots. Yeah, he was just bullshitting. Tio versus Blair Cobbs is the shit, but where's Blair Cobbs? Like, where is that guy? I felt bad immediately when I seen him sign to Don King. I said, watch me never see him after this freaking AB fight, because he going to beat AB ass. I was the only person saying it. Blair Cobbs is ranked number 48, all the way down at the bottom. Y'all better get this man a fight. Stop playing. Let me see. 18, 1-1 with 11 knockouts. Last fight was November last year. Come on, you can get another fight. So he did get one fight after Adrian Broner. He fought Adrian Broner in June 2024. So he had one fight where he TKO'd dude in 3 rounds. But damn, it's not even telling me where the fight was. It was in Mexico. Stop playing with him. That's cold. Cold-blooded. Salute to you, Lee Jackson. What is good with you? Salute to all the kings and queens in the building. What is good with you, Yoda Rise Crush? What's good, What's poppin'? They scared of Karen. You better believe it. Matter of fact, let me see when Karen's last fight was, because I know they ain't They ain't trying to see Karen. Sutu J.A. Dixon, what is good with you? Where's Karen at? Okay, Karen about to fight Patty Donovan. I'm gonna watch that ish. They fight May 15th. Hold on, man. In Germany. Let me see about this event real quick. I don't know if they're gonna televise this over her. Hopefully so. Be the only person I know on the card. Nick Webb. That's it. And Patty, I just know the main event. Know who these people is over there in Germany. My stomach making noise. Sutu Tay Brown, the real queen of MMA, is in the building. What is good with you? Definitely appreciate you coming through, queen. Karen is the test. You surely test boots. Definitely sold twice. People lost money twice. That's why they was mad. And that's what they was doing. They was betting on a knockout the first fight. Didn't get it. They bet on the second time, being that it was the home. It was, you know what I'm saying? It was in the backyard. He had some time to fix the stuff. It was, yeah. And went 12 again. Couldn't even call Boots a runner this time. They was just mad. Booing Boots. Don't be booing. It was a good fight. Don't be booing now. Y'all paid that good money. But okay. I seen a little short about with Foster. I didn't get a chance to watch they whole they press conference. Man, I just think that O'Shaquie Foster is a slept-on fighter. He's been a slept-on fighter for a very long time. And I think some people just don't like his fighting style, but he's entertaining to me. Ever since I seen him put the flip-flops on Ray Vargas, man, I've been watching his fights, all his fights. And I was about to say, the guy he's fighting, Raymond Ford, left a bad. I didn't like the fact that he tried to just make up stuff and just lie just in order to get a fight, take a little shortcut. I didn't respect that, what I mean. So I don't really care for Raymond Ford. Do I think he's a good fighter? I think he's very quick. I think he's very fast. I think he can be a technically sound fighter with if he switch, well, not switch, but if he gets help from a couple of different trainers or just stay at it, maybe, you know what I mean, fix some of the flaws that he has in his game, he could be a very, very good fighter. But I like Raymond Ford as far as his boxing game. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know how this fight is really going to look because I don't really pay attention to Raymond Ford like that. I think the times that I did watch him, besides the Nick Ball fight, his defense was too much for me. It was irritating to watch. I'm just being honest. Like the fights that I watched, you know what I mean? He was moving out the way too far and he was too far to do anything offensively. It was irritating to me. The couple of fights that I did watch, maybe I just need to watch more of them recently so I can get a better take on Raymond Ford. But I seen the fight that he had when he moved up. He was very, very fast. That's where I got all my positives from when watching him fight. But being that it seemed like they got so much beef, and it's really all from Shakur Stevenson makes me sick because that's really how Raymond Ford is going about his career. He's attaching himself to beef in order to get fights. I don't know why exactly he's taking that route, but it is what it is. It don't really seem like there was a real beef going on in between him and Raymond Ford until he asserted himself into the Shakur Stevenson shit. Maybe y'all can tell me that I'm wrong or let me know what's going on with that. But I don't really see any evidence there besides the things that he said about Shakur. He didn't like it, so now he's going to come in and say something. It's kind of like the things that Tank said. Tank was like, oh, well, I got Earl beating Bud, and then fucking Shakur went to Twitter and started calling Tank a bunch of names and shit. Like, you just get mad because he got mad because of what somebody else said. That's what this feels like. It feels like Raymond Ford is mad at uh at Foster because of the things he said about Shakur. That's what it feels like. You know what I'm saying? So he got what he wanted and he got a fight. I heard O'Shaquie Foster say he's down to fight Shakur Stevenson at any weight class. If he come back at 135, he's here. If he stays at 140, he'll go up and fight him at 140. So there's nowhere to run. After he beat his son, he's gonna come and get his daddy. I was like, yo, this is wild. But whatever. We have a fight in between two technically sound guys. Well, almost technically sound guys. Two fast guys. You know what I'm saying? They work behind the jab when they want to. And that's the thing. Both of them got very fast jabs. This could be a jab city type fight. I don't know if I really want to see that, especially because of all the animosity. But I'm more than sure Raymond Ford is not going to go out there and go balls to the wall and just step to O'Shaquie. He's going to sit behind his jab for a couple of rounds before he even do anything, in my opinion. And if that's the type of fight that we're going to get, I can't say that I'm too excited for it. But if it is a high energy type fight and they both throwing a lot of punches and they're throwing more than the one or more than the 1-2, I could see this being a fight of the night type of fight. He tried to fight just like Shakur. He got that same jump back defense moving that push. Yeah, I thought it was me, but at the same time, I'm like, I ain't crazy, bro. He's doing way too many jumping back. That's a fact, Lee Jackson. Way too much. Eddie been having trouble getting forward title fights, so he took advantage and pressed the issue with shot to get his shot, and he got it. He definitely got it. He pressed the issue with Tank before and made up some shit, and everybody knew it was made up, especially from the way they answered. He was like, "How did this all start?" And it was like, "I don't know. He just can't keep my name out his mouth." When have you heard Tank say Raymond Ford's fucking name ever? Like, bro, come on, man. Us fans don't appreciate that shit. If you want to fight him, you can say anything, bro. But don't sit there and make up some shit, yo. That shit not cool. I don't like when anybody do that towards anybody. It's just not cool. It's just not cool, you know. It's just not cool. I don't like that shit. So he stopped doing that shit immediately. Because I said the fans gonna turn on. People are not gonna like that shit. That you just make up some shit about a motherfucker just because you want to fight. Just say you want to fight the nigga. Like, it's not that hard. Not that hard. Just disrespect them and say you want to fight them. But to make up some stuff, bro. Don't make up a story now. I want to hear that. Salute to Devon. Definitely appreciate you coming through. I like the fight though. If it's a good one, I like it. I like that they're taking a chance now instead of later. Well, Raymond Ford's taking a chance now instead of later because, you know, O'Shaquie been in this position with the title. Shock said, "I'm gonna beat you up in front of your daddy." Yeah, he did say that. Diabolical. He did say that shit. Ford look like he getting hands put on him. He do look nervous, just a little bit. But like I said, I don't watch Ford, so I don't know if he looked like that or if it's just me tripping or me not knowing that he's just, you know, that's just how his mannerism or just how he is. But he do look like he's, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. He don't want to say too much, you know what I mean? It seemed like he didn't want to say, when the short that I seen, well, the little piece that I seen, it seemed like he didn't want to say that much about the fight. Like, he was keeping his answers real short. You know what I mean? He was being short with the person in the interview. These are the two best fighters at 130, in my opinion. Yeah, you might be right about that. I don't really pay that much of attention to 130 anymore. It's really not that many people at 130. So you're right about that. We're gonna watch the Jermall Charlo interview, but I want to talk about this real quick. We're gonna leave the Jermall Charlo joint for last. Let's talk about Eddie. Talk about Eddie. Where is it at? Eddie Hearn be wilding, y'all. Always.
There's two sides to that. they weren't guys that were inundated with offers. Edgar, I think it's a really good move for Edgar. Richardson, they weren't guys that I think he's a little bit lost. I think he had some terrible advice about a year ago, cost him a lot of money. But now he's probably signed quite a lucrative deal. The problem is he's no longer world champion. The world championship for him was kind of like the hook because he's a good fighter, not a huge draw. People will try and avoid him. Edgar's great. They're two good lads. But Edgar's like coming off a bad knockout defeat.
I love the way Eddie
probably
talks.
Getting decent money. Good luck to him. I think, I don't think they're game-changing signings, but they're decent fighters and they've got relatively good profiles. I think they're going to attack divisions. So like welterweight division, obviously. That rumours Haney's talking to him. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes.
Have you spoke to him?
No, because I can't do anything with Dev. Like,
why?
Because the money's not there, Con. Like, unless you need these guys, unless you're willing to lose a load of money in the process, you just can't. It's the same with Richardson. It's the same.
Now, like I said, this ain't the first time he said this. It's not the first time he said that he spends a lot of money on Devin. Honestly, when it comes to a lot of fighters that has accomplishments the way he does, sometimes it stopped really being about how much you sell, and it's about your accomplishments, and they do give you a certain amount of money. That's why, what's his name? Big Baby Miller was talking about how he don't want a title, but he need one because it'll give him certain type of money. You feel what I'm saying? You don't need to keep a title, but to have a certain title under your name, you know what I mean? Former champion or the champion or undisputed, that stuff right there raises your value on how much somebody spends on you, regardless of how much you're quote unquote boring. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. You feel what I'm saying? I understand. But at the same time, this ain't his first time saying this stuff. This ain't his first time. This ain't the first time Steven Espinoza done unveil and pull back the curtains on what's something that the Haneys want to pull some shit over the fans' eyes. He said some shit before too. Like this is starting to be kind of normal when it comes to certain fighters, and that's what's up. Because when it comes to him, like Eddie had this problem before. Eddie said that Bill would say certain things about the company and then go and shop around. You know what I mean? How Eddie didn't like that. How he was thinking that it was loyalty and they were staying here, but he would shop Devin around a lot. Bless me. Jesus. But he admit to overpaying Devin is like, that's like, come on, bro. And Devin signing to Zuffa. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's been just think about it. Devin's been from coach to coach, from coast to coast, from promotional company to promotional company. I'm not surprised that he went to Zuffa because he blocked all of his lanes. Zuffa kind of like when what's this after the zone when Saudi dude, what's his name, Turki showed up, that saved a lot of fighters, including Devin. When now that Zuffa is showing up, it's saving a lot of fighters, including Devin. Anything else shows up, it's the same thing that's going to happen. But everybody else that's part of promotional companies that's been doing it for the last century, they don't even want no parts of Devin. So it's not even a surprise that he's going to Zuffa. Y'all just gave somebody that's food to the 147-pound division, and Devin Haney beat Regis already. Y'all gave him a Regis fight and $15 million. I'm not surprised at all that he signed a Zuffa card. He probably went to Zuffa meetings outside like, look, don't y'all want to sign me? Shit. Bet. I get it. That's all I'm saying is I understand it. But the fact of the matter is, you got your peers, man. Rolly is a champion. You should fight Rolly. I remember Rolly putting hair and makeup on Devin and putting it as his thumbnail on IG for like a year and a half straight. I know I'm not the only person that remembers that. He used to talk bad about Devin and his nose and his lips constantly. And just looking at it and keeping the same energy, the Haneys are the same people that if they say stuff about a certain fighter, they think that should be enough to get the fighter in the ring. That's the same shit goes to you and Rolly. How come you haven't fought Rolly by now? All that disrespect Rolly been giving your ass. Rolly was dishing mad disrespect out to him for years, boy. Years. See, the disrespect that everybody says that, you know, everybody should jump in the ring when it comes to Tank. Tank should fight everybody if you disrespect. Bro, what about everybody else? How come you didn't fight Rolly before signing that Zuffa contract? Seriously. And if Ryan Garcia is really about to fight Korner Ben and Korner Ben signed the Zuffa, then the people that signed the Zuffa can fight outside of Zuffa. Right? Right? They both beat that. I don't even like Navarrete. No disrespect. At 130 unified champ will give shot and for a pride. I don't even like Cuz. I really don't. I don't like the way he fight. No disrespect. Salute to you, Mike Ryan. What's good with you? I don't like Cuz. I'm hungry. I don't know what right now. But yeah, let me finish this. We're gonna listen to Jermall Charlo interview, bro. We gotta talk about it.
With Devin, I love Devin. We've talked.
And
if a fight made sense, or can't do anything with Dev, like
Dev,
why? Because the money's not there, Con. Like, where unless you need these guys, unless you're willing to lose a load of money in the process, you just can't. It's the same with Richardson. It's the same with Devin. I love Devin. We've talked. And if a fight made sense or a number made sense, but he wants crazy money, and so therefore you need someone that's desperate to overpay the marketplace, a bit like I did with him years ago.
Yeah, but that's, I mean, you've already invested that money. Is it not worth your while to go back?
No, because we're in a position now of we're number one. So we don't need to overpay crazy numbers.
Bro, he just said we only need the best. We don't need people to help us gain a status. And getting Devin is just to help you gain a status. It's a lot that he's saying without saying it. But the topic is Devin. We already knew this when Turki said what he said. I'm tired of the Tom and Jerry fights. People just put that all on Shakur's shoulders. But bruh, they had just had that fight in the joint in New York City, where Devin did fought like we've never seen him fight before. We never seen him do that many circles in the ring. Never seen that people do that many damn circles in the ring. What's good? What is good? 2 cents in the building. What is good, Queen? Definitely appreciate you coming in the building. I was surprised. They just put Navi on pound list. Oh, man, listen. When it come to all these fighters, bro, you're only as good as your market value. And the fact of the matter is, a lot of these fighters, they want to talk and act like they A side, but they know when they're in negotiations that they are B side, but they do too much during negotiations. Only when they're fighting certain people. Devin been B side for his last 3 fights. Am I right? He was B side for his last 3 fights. That's what it seemed like, right? But at the same time, he feels like he deserves a lot of money. When it comes to his accolades and what he got, those was at different weight classes. That's like you being a professional like basketball player, but now you don't play in college. This is the professionals. I understand your stats got you here, but when you move up, it only means so much. Do you understand me? This is the pros. You feel me? Just like you play basketball and you move and now you play overseas. That's a totally different lineup of folks. You understand what I'm saying? He moved up to 147. Them ain't the same people that you got the accolades from, and you got to show and prove. He beat Brian Norman Jr., and they still saying what they're saying about his market value. He is a champion at 147. Like the obvious things that people don't want to talk about, don't want to realize is smacking motherfuckers in the face. This happens every couple of years when it comes to a fight. It happens every couple of years, bro. This ain't the first time he said this. It's not. He ain't the first person that exposed that. But especially when it comes to the money, isn't it obvious? Come on now. Isn't it obvious that he's going to want a certain amount of money? And it's always been a competition. Don't get it twisted. If one fighter get a certain amount of money, the fighters pocket watch more than the fans. The fighters they're not going to want somebody that they think is better than, that they think they resume filled with people I already beat. They're not going to want them to be getting millions more than them. They're going to have a problem with that. And when you look at the peers of Devin, when you look at the other champions of Devin, he ain't in first or second place. Ryan Garcia, out of the champions, he's the guy that probably puts most butts in the seats. And then there's Rolly, if you ask me, the dude from the UK. It's not Devin. So you mean to tell me if he stays here and fight the biggest names, Ryan, which he already fought, he should already know what the check is going to look like. And may I remind you, both of them was complaining about how much money they got that fight. Both of them was complaining. And need I remind you, when it comes to people talking ish about a fighter being the name, Tank ain't the name, it's the person he's fighting. The people he been fighting, the people he beat, been fighting ever since they got beat. And they're not dropping numbers. Tank's the name. Now people know. But at the same time, back to Ryan was defacing public 5-star hotels because he didn't get paid, acting like a radical teenager and shit. You mean to tell me the market value, the money that you would get back in return if Devin fought Ryan Garcia is not enough? You already did it, and you still don't. I'm more than sure Eddie know what the real numbers was of that fight because he's a promoter, just like Oscar De La Hoya. I'm more than sure he know, and he said it's still not good enough. Even if we pump the fight up, the rematch still not good enough. It's crazy. That's crazy when you sit and think about it. If he fight Rolly, is still not good enough. He from the UK, and you tell me if he fight Lewis Crocker, your return on investment is still not going to be good enough to pay Devin Haney. That is what this dude is saying, bro. That's what he's saying.
To bring talent. Our talent roster is brilliant. And I just, if I sign Devin, I just don't know what I would do with him. What would I do? Devin against the winner of Jack Catchell against Shakram Girsov. Okay, Devin's not interested in that. Devin just wants huge money.
See? Why is that? He's straight up telling you, bro, even if I can put him against this person and that person and be good fights, you know what I'm saying? Even if I will come even or whatever, Devin's going to say no. Bro, spoiled. Can we say spoiled? Can we say spoiled?
The Ryan Garcia fight for him, though, was...
No, I think, look, the Ryan Conor Ben fight was done ages ago. So that's there. Maybe Devin could fight the winner of that in time. But Devin's got to do what's right for Devin. He's another great guy. But I think, if they're looking at divisions, cruiserweight was another one, right? Jai Opetaia. Again, they signed Jai Opetaia, he lost his world title. They signed Richardson Hitchens, he lost his world title. So this is something for fighters to be aware of. But if you're in a position where you don't really care, because you've reached the point in your career where you're I've been a world champion, I just want the money, which is fair enough, by the way. And if you're not interested,
and I say and everybody that was saying that people ain't nothing, all the fighters that don't care about belts ain't nothing, and they just ducking and all of that. How come they don't care about belts now and they only care about money? Don't be mad that people priorities was straight. You mad that fighters prioritize the money before them belts, and now y'all screaming that you ain't want to pay the sanctioning fees anyway after 10 years after the fact. Okay.
And you're not interested in unifying the belts and becoming undisputed. Why wouldn't you do it? Devin's been a 3-weight world champion. So
Now, tell me, why wouldn't Devin want to unify the belts right now and be undisputed at 147? Why not? He's just a person you already fought. He a C-class fighter. It was only the Austrian. You can beat Ryan Garcia, right? Lewis Crocker, and then Rolly. Why not? People need to think about these things. The money? Bruh, these, correct me if I'm wrong, but these fighters act like they're starving, bro. Y'all act like you need a new house. You act like you live in a hood. You act like you're renting a car that's not yours. You act like you got unpaid taxes. You act like you got child support. You act like you don't have no food in the house. Y'all act broke as a bitch. I'm just being real. Why y'all act like money be so? No, I'm not fighting for $3 million. I need more than 3. Are you kidding me, yo? How long have you been getting millions of dollars? I thought your father, you've been riding a Rolls Royce since you were 16 that you didn't even pay for. How is money this serious, Devin? A lot of these fighters be acting like they need so much goddamn money. Are you serious, yo? Are you serious? Do you need it that bad? You can't fight your peers that you've been punking Ryan Garcia for years. You've been calling Rolly slow for years. And then a UK fighter. Why not? Y'all gotta ask these questions.
Not like necessarily tied to the belt. He's probably going, do you know what? If I get stripped of my belt, just give me the money. Edgar Berlanga, do you think he gives a fuck about what belt he fights for? He's just saying, give me the money. You know, so, but they're divisions that I think they're obviously investing in. Now, look at cruiserweights. So they've got Jay Opetaia, Ryan Rosicky, Chris Billum-Smith, Brandon Glanton. So they've attacked that division. Then you've got welterweights. You've got Conor Benn, Hitchens now, maybe Haney, Rayo Venezuela.
Great fighter, actually. This isn't a bad, like the welterweight division here isn't bad for him.
Look at his face.
But then they've got, so the next show coming up in May, is it May, the next one? Is headlined by Bokacic, and what are you laughing at?
You're just like you're like a little kid. You're like saying all their names wrong.
Wait, I'm saying names, and you start laughing in the back.
Yeah, because you're saying the name wrong on purpose.
Saying the name wrong. He's
Bokacic.
Wilding. Y'all are wild.
Right, and he's fighting Shane Mosley Jr.
It don't even matter. The rest of what Cuz about to say. But okay, the move that I would like is for Devin to fight Rolly. Real talk. That's the move that I would like. If he's gonna if he's gonna sign a Zuffa, I understand it. That's what I was saying. I get it. I understand it. He fought with everybody. He fought with every network. Didn't he? Now he's about, I think Zuffa is with Sky Sports. About to fight. Bruh's fought on the positives. You can look at it in two different ways. You can look at it as negative. That's why people keep tossing around because they don't want him. Or you can look at it as a positive and say he's been going around and fighting on all networks for everybody to see him. Everybody to see him. I like the Hitchens fight, but Ben is food for everybody. Everybody. There's not one person he ain't food for. Being that Ben is the type of fighter he is and the style that he had, I mean, like coming forward and moving the way he was moving, I don't want to see him fight Devin. I want to see somebody that come forward and throw hard punches. I want to see somebody finish them, if you understand what I'm saying. I don't want to see Devin jab, hold, and swing him around all night. I don't want to see that. No, absolutely not. Salute to you, Brian. Salute to you, Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. What is good with you, young man? Definitely appreciate you coming through. Okay. Now let's listen to this interview. You heard me.
Era, Jermall Charlo is back with us on The Last Stand.
His face.
Champ,
Ah,
it's been a while. Welcome back.
What's up? What's up? My bad.
Oh,
yep, what up?
Oh, great to see you. So listen, I looked this up. In September, it will be 3 years since we have seen Jermall Charlo in the ring.
Like that.
I saw you had a legal incident at the end of 2023 that kept you away for some time.
Yeah, he was trying
but
not
give
to
the fans the main reason why we've not seen Jermall Charlo in the ring.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
What's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44. Guys.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I personally believe,
Look at his
like,
bird.
you know, I want all my belts in my division. I've
Bird's nosy. He wanted to be
accomplished a lot. I don't know. I tried to get back in the ring a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to get back in the ring and try to get the people. Hold on, bro. I'm getting bitter in the ear. So, man, I've been trying to get back in the ring. You know what I mean? I fought Canelo, took a little break, got some little, you know, had some family issues, got that fixed. Everybody good, my life good, been ready to jump back in. I never complained. I never dug nobody. They never came question me, calling me. Never really seen none of the boxers talking shit. I've been patient. You know, I appreciate my little time off, you know, because we need that.
Let's get to it. Let's get to it.
One of the things I did hear, they said they have been talking to Sebastian Fundora and trying to do a Sebastian Fundora Jermall Charlo fight for late this summer. Is that a fight you want?
Absolutely. That's the fight that I've been telling them that I didn't, you know, when I got mad about the whole little situation with Earl jumped in the ring trying to fight for Sebastian Fundora, moving up from 154. And I'm in that joker like, hold on. I've been said I was coming back. I've been said I wanted my straps. Let me continue to train and grind. Now I'm getting frustrated. I'm grinding. I'm training.
Okay, so let me rewind. This is why he's mad at Earl Spence, because I didn't know why he was mad at Earl. But this is why. Let's rewind and hear it again.
This summer. Is that a fight?
All he asked is if he wanted to fight Fundora.
You want?
Absolutely. That's the fight that I've been telling them that I didn't, you know, when I got mad about the whole little situation with Earl jumped in the ring trying to fight for Sebastian Fundora, moving up from 154. And I'm in that joker like, hold on. I've been said I was coming back. I've been said I wanted my straps. Let me continue to train and grind. Now I'm getting frustrated. I'm grinding. I'm training. Now I'm pulling up to the fights. Now they understanding it's time to, hey, he won it back. So nobody beat me for my belts. They can all be this, that, and the third. Look, at the end of the day, I'm going to be Sebastian Fundora's biggest fight if he fights. Ennis. If Ennis get in the ring with me, if Eddie Hearns would have made a deal, this and that and the third, I'd have been Ennis's biggest fight.
I agree with what he's saying, that he would be the biggest fight. I think he would. I think he's the biggest fight versus damn near everybody because he just hasn't been in the mix or being talked about with these other good fighters at 154. But the whole thing, you being mad that, like, I could see if Earl came out and said he wanted to fight you, but he didn't come out and said that. He came out and said he wanted to fight Sebastian Fundora. And the reason why I think that he feels like he needs to say anything or do anything about it, because I think he feels like they're going to overlook him and do whatever Earl wants. And he could be 100% right, because market value is market value. Even though he was undisputed and Earl didn't do nothing at 154, people want to see Earl come back. Probably, and I could be wrong, a little bit more than they want to see Charlo come back. So he probably feels like there's pressure to stand up and say, I want my shit, and tell Earl and everybody else to back off, because I want what I want first before you get what you want at 154. I'm the king at 154 is basically how I feel.
To this day, Virgil Ortiz, still to this right now. So at 154, who could beat me? None of them. But none of them calling me out. They understand that risk that you gotta take. I'm way more hungrier than I ever been.
Now I must say, no, it would look weird if somebody called out a fighter that hasn't fought in over a year. So they shouldn't call you out until you get a fight. After Jermall Charlo get a fight, people should call him out. And if he calling out people after his fight and they don't say nothing back, then we know what it is. But I don't think it's been a year, 2 years. Has it been 2 years? Why would you call out a fighter that's been out that long? You feel me? Why would you even do that? Especially when there's good fighters at 154. So I don't think that's the reason why they didn't call you out per se. You could have a point, but you got to fight first, in my opinion. After you have a fight, then they should be calling you out. They should want you on their resume.
Yeah. And they know that I'm not going to talk about what I've done, how I knock them out. I'm not going to talk about how I beat them up, because we're going to focus, because I was just as good as my last fight, right? So I'm going to just stick to that. And we'll move on from there.
Hold
and then
on.
I'll come back and prove that I got something. So
who called out Earl Spence? I didn't know Earl Spence got called out. Who called out Earl Spence? 2 Cent. Jermall a good one. And on the resume, why not try to catch him when he's slipping? Yeah, right. When Devin called out Earl Spence. I think I missed that. I do remember when Virgil did it. Virgil a hoe. Virgil only want to fight Earl Spence when this shit happened. When Earl been talking about Virgil and other people been talking about Virgil fighting Earl when he was 100. Virgil didn't want that work, man. Virgil's starting to look bad in my eyes, bro. He gonna need to do something for real. He gonna need to do something. And Devin high as hell. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like when fighters know what other fighters are doing before we know. That's the same reason why, what's his name? Rolly was calling out Earl before he fought Bud. It's because he's seen it in the gym or heard through the grapevine. They down there in the mix. They fight for millions of dollars, all of them pros, all of them friends, got spies and this, that, and the third, management, same team, all that shit. Everybody always knows what everybody's doing. If he ain't 100, everybody should call him out. And that's what that says to me. When Rolly called him out, I said something ain't right with Earl. Maybe he knows something that we don't fucking know. That's really how I felt. Like, what is that? Where'd that come from? It's crazy. But Devin, bro, people say that Devin called out Xander Zayas. I didn't hear that. People say that he called out Boots. I didn't hear that. People say a lot. If he really called out Earl Spence, though, bro, get the hell out of here. He need to go somewhere with that shit for real.
Go to Fundora first. We'll go to Fundora route, because we've been in talks with the Fundora, and we working on something right now with that. And I'm working on it with PBC them. And then as well as we've been in talks with the winner of Tim Tszyu and Earl Spence. And they both verbally, all of them 3 guys have agreed to fight me. So now behind, doors, they working.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's go through it, because I'm happy you brought up Tim Tszyu. We had Tim Tszyu on the last stand just a couple of weeks ago, and I'll tell you, Tim Tszyu said one of the guys. Yes, I am fighting Errol Spence this summer, but one of the guys I want to face, he said, is Jermall Charlo, because in my opinion, this is Tim Tszyu talking. I think Jermall Charlo is still the king of the division. He never lost his belt in the ring.
When he come back,
I want to face the best.
Back, though.
So I want to face Spence, and then after that, I want to face Jermall Charlo. I know at one point there was some talks of maybe a couple of years back, maybe you and Tim Tszyu. Is that still a fight you want, you and Tim Tszyu?
Man, he beats the brakes off of Tim Tszyu, if you ask me, man. Tim Tszyu ain't ready for no damn Charlo. The thing is, man, Charlo is sizable, bro. It's not small. Charlo got some size to him. He ain't 5'8" like Keith.
Yeah, we'll see what happens whenever that motherfucker try to fight Earl or whatever. See, I don't know. I personally, if it's the Earl Spence that I know and the styles make fights, man, they don't get into no headbutts and no head clashes. I mean, just going by the last fights, just go by the last fights and what they have done. I know Earl hasn't fought in a long time, and I personally don't think he looked too good against Ugas. And when he fought Ugas, I seen a little bobble, and discombobulation in between the equilibrium. So I thought, maybe Earl gonna take a couple more fights and be done. I don't need to fight Earl Spence. I don't care to fight Earl.
Yo, he said all of that and then came out and said, I don't need to fight him, bro. Because you felt like you said too much. You felt like you said too much just now. You got a little emotion. It's cool. It's cool. I want all the fighters to be real, though. You know what I'm saying? Because Charlo was one of the guys acting like Earl was 1,000 and he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Leading up to the Terrence Crawford fight. So maybe you just really being honest. You know what I'm saying? And maybe we need a little bit more of that when we see fighters that's really injured that's taking a fight. You feel me? Whipping with cheese. Right? Yo, hold up. Let me go back to the page. They don't want to see Charlo. I believe you. Like, Charlo is not like I'm telling you, yo. And a little bit of clips that I seen him do, like I'm liking the foot placement, and he's throwing combinations off of in both stances. Like, Charlo's doing that. Go look at his recent work that he's been putting out on IG. Or his channel. I don't remember what I seen, the YouTube channel, something like that. Why they keep playing with Charlo? Cause I don't want that. Charlo nasty though. Like, I understand he got his loss with Tony Harrison. It was something up with him. He wasn't himself in that fight. It didn't look like himself, but he came back and got that win back. I'm not even looking at the Canelo fight, man. Charlo's a good fighter. He really is. And you look at the people that's out here, he's kind of like bigger than everybody besides Fondor. He's bigger than everybody in the weight class, so the same size besides Fondor. So it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need some reach and some height and some size to actually deal with the talent that's at 154, yo. For real. Salute to you, son of Tank. What is good with you, fam? Definitely appreciate you coming through.
We want to fight them hungry dogs that I could prove a point, knock them the fuck out like what we did back in the days when we said keep running your mouth. That's what Fundora did. That's why I got to give Sebastian his credit, because Keith Thurman was running his mouth, and then Fundora just went on and daddy long legs, put the Hayukin on him, and it was over.
Hayukin, daddy long legs.
Who do you think wins between Tim Tszyu and Errol Spence? Because they're supposed to fight, from my understanding, in July. Who do you think wins that fight?
I think Tim Tszyu win that fight.
Tim Tszyu, huh?
Yeah, I don't think he's being a hater.
Yeah.
I think honestly, maybe he's maybe he knows something we don't know.
Yeah. But Tim Tszyu gonna be, he got a little of the defense. Earl gonna be coming in, southpaw, just standing once, but he don't really move his head, and if he might start moving his head a little bit.
Standing in one spot, ain't gonna be able to move his head. Did he say he's not gonna be able to move his head? Yeah.
Tszyu gonna be, he got a little of the defense. Earl gonna be coming in, southpaw, just standing once, but he don't really move his head, and if he might start moving his head a little bit, Tim Tszyu moves his head, he throws some stone haymaker shots, all this shit haymakers. I watched the fight when he fought Tony Harrison and destroyed him. So when I'm just going by the styles make fights, and I'm just being realistic, I'm not hating on nobody. I don't care if he black, white, Mexican. I'm talking about stylistic on this Australia. He going over there to Australia, man. The odds ain't in his hands. I see Tim Tszyu in this fight, playing this simple. And I'll go back and knock him out after I knock off Fundora if we get that fight first. Whoever come first is who we're going to go with. Yeah, we sitting back with 154. Then after that, I know the Ortiz got some legal issues and stuff with his team, and they going through whatever they going through. De La Hoya not having that shit. You can't go over there and just do all that. You know, it's like biting the hand that feeds you. These people got to grow up. These young fighters don't really understand. And then they go, they're running with this law. I ask for tune-ups. I'm asking for too much money. Man, I'll work my way back up, homeboy. That's what I did. That's how I got to where I'm at. And I'm good. I'm living and I'm happy. Now I'm working my way back up. Guess what? They got way more problems because I'm comfortable but hungry.
It sounds like
my brother and my family hating on me.
Wait. It sounds like you're talking about Eddie Hearn, because I think that's what Eddie Hearn said. He said he was trying to make Charlo, he said, in Ennis, and he said, but Charlo, he said, has this astronomical number that he wants, and then he wants a tune-up. This guy hasn't been active. Why would I make a fight with Charlo and he wants a tune-up and what's this astronomical number So I guess I'll give you the opportunity to respond to what Eddie Hearn was saying when he said he was trying to make Ennis and you, but that's why he pivoted and went with Xander Zayas.
This
Well, that I mean, Eddie Hearn's running whatever. Eddie Hearn's lying. He lied. He lied. I never spoke to Eddie Hearns about a number ever. I never spoke to not even nobody about a number. And of course, I mean, I'm not gonna go in there and get for nothing less. I'm not no little broke motherfucker. I mean, you know what I bring to the table. Like I said, I'll be their biggest fight. But at the end of the day, I didn't talk to them about no number or no tune-up. That they losing their mind to think I'm gonna go ask for a tune-up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm thinking to myself, they want to go with that just so they could try to like quiet or like push my name down to on a certain level of a list, because of course Zaya the guy fucking 2 belts. That risk is different. Go ahead and check them straps. We don't know Zaya though. Who the fuck is Zaya? We don't know that motherfucker. We don't know. We know that we'll sell out the stadium in this, and of course the belts is gonna bring him a little bit more playing power. But hey, I don't know what side of the road Eddie was thinking on. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that though. I'm understandable. I didn't talk to Eddie about no money. Eddie ain't done. Eddie want to do a deal. If we could do a deal and then fight his fighters or some shit like that. But that's all we got to. No deal being done.
Yo, honestly, I believe Mel right now. I believe him right now because I don't think he would want to tune up. And for real, man, the way Mel, I don't really remember Mel saying we need to work out money when it came to fighting anybody. I don't really remember that. Maybe y'all can correct me, but I don't remember Jermall complaining about money being the reason why a fight didn't happen. You feel me? Like, I don't remember none of that. Hold on, though. All right. My daughter got my mother. She on her way here. Yes, my daughter got my mother. I really said that shit just now. My mother has my daughter, and she's on her way here. Okay, hold on.
Done with Jermall Charlo outside of what I've been doing. I told Eddie straight up, you got to we're gonna go back and talk to our people that we negotiate with. I don't care about none of that problematic promotional issues that y'all use as politics to keep everybody flowing. Nah, bro, we good. We'll fight right now. We know where we at. We all head in the game. We know where we at. We'll fight who they want to fight.
You obviously you have there's a verbal agreement for whoever wins the Spence Tim Tszyu fight to fight you as well. I thought it was interesting that Errol Spence, man, there would be so many storylines if he wins that fight, because he's now training with Ronnie Shields. One of your first trainers. Man, there would be so many storylines if he wins that fight, because he's now training with Ronnie Shields. One of your first trainers.
Money Mill is the last stand. Money Mill. Oh shit. That's like for the new boxing, man.
So he's now training. He's now training with Ronnie Shields. Sometimes he put out some pictures of him and your brother together. But he made this quote. He said, when someone asked him about you, who else is he going to get a big payday from? I mean, that's the only reason why he's calling me out. He knows how the sparring went. In fact, everybody in the gym knows how that sparring went. Coach Derek James knows how that sparring went. He just wants some money, end quote. Your response to Errol Spence?
Brian Custer, the last stand, was there years ago. You didn't see nothing. You didn't see. You just seen two young guys fighting and bumping heads. Ain't nothing else happened. So I don't know what. I'm cool with them. Like they know that they could just try to like. They think I'm like, oh, can't handle my. Nah, look, I'm not worried
What
about
was he just
Earl
saying just
Spence.
now?
I'm not worried about.
What was he just
I don't
saying?
know what. I'm cool with them. Like they know that they could just try to like. They think I'm like, oh, can't handle my. Nah, look, I'm not worried about Earl Spence. I'm not worried about what my brother them posting and training with Ronnie Shields. Ronnie Shields is a fighter that had taught me head movement. What I got in my life in this field in this boxing shit really come from what's in my heart. I ain't worried about that. So Earl Spence go train with Ronnie Shields. I moved on from Ronnie Shields in 2020 in 2015. Really, I ain't worked with Ronnie Shields in a long time. And I'm still busting ass and winning world titles and knocking boys out. So go ahead, train with Ronnie Shields. Ronnie Shields, he barely could keep a hold of Maul. So what they talking about? Maul was just when pulled up on Earl that day when he went to train. I don't even think Earl probably would care to train with Ronnie Shields. But if they do, go ahead and work out with Ronnie Shields. That's cool. Nobody got the best gym in Houston. I got the best gym in Houston. So as far as professional boxing and what I put in the gym, hey, come check out Charlo Boxing Academy out there in Richmond. So nothing they could say, nothing that Earl them could do, say. They in my weight division, guys. They just look. That's all it's about. I don't got no beef with nobody. I don't got no smoke with nobody. Now look, I was upset. My brother got on the last stand and he started speaking crazy about, oh, Ennis is a person of
Bad matchup.
you know,
He said,
someone
he
that
said,
I
he said,
yeah,
he said
that, yeah,
Ennis was a bad matchup for you.
yeah, and then he also elaborated to call my wife a lunatic and male lane. I'm not in it. He went on to do a little bit of everything, you know. And then talking about he would defend, he wouldn't run from Canelo. I remember this like vividly, bro. Like, damn, you wouldn't run. What like no, and I sat back and I called him and talked to him personally, like we were just kind of kicking it, bro. Why you go out and say these things? You was feeling good at that time or something? Like, what's up? And like, well, and then I didn't mean it like that. No, bro, you said what you said, and then he go out and do a little bit more stuff, and then I talk a little bit of shit. I put it on Twitter, like my brother on some Cain and Abel shit, like nigga attacking his own family. Like these niggas can't beat me. I'ma still ride with you, 33-0, with over 5 years of fucking chaotic problems with you and your family, your kids. He's single. He living.
You supposed to. I have to say this, man. Listen. In family, and I know this very well, a lot of family can hate on you. You're supposed to still love and support your family. You feel me? But I have to say, Jermall Charlo has always been the brother to start the shit, in my opinion. Like he's been the problem. All right. Now I'm gonna tell you something that some people probably didn't see this footage or they probably don't know, but I'm gonna let you know. In one interview that they had, it was like a sit down. It was a one-on-one sit down, but it was like the same day interview of both the twins. Okay. They were asking them both questions or whatever. And Jermall Charlo was talking about how Maul stole his girlfriend one day. And the interviewer, when he had time to talk to the Jermall, he asked Jermall, he was like, Jermall said something about you stealing his girlfriend. He was like, basically, yeah, so you know what I mean? And the man was like, why'd you do that? He was like, cuz if she'll like him, then she'll like me. Bruh, he's always been the one, bruh. It's just like when it comes to people in general, family or not family, blood or no blood, a lot of people, if you mess them over, they're not going to support you or still love you or be there for you or none of that. They cut your ass the fuck off. You feel me? A lot of people do that in life. They're not just going to keep being a doormat. You're not going to just keep running. You're not going to just keep ruining my life and just keep overstepping boundaries and shit. Like he's saying, I'm going to still support you 33-0 and da-da-da-da-da. Man, it's been Mal. It's been Maul this whole time. I mean, bro. Maul been the one of the reason why their relationship is like that. I'm not going to say Jermall didn't do shit. Of course he did some things. Of course he did. Being the man of his, you know what I mean? Being his own man. You know what I'm saying? Of course he stood up for himself. But when you constantly got a shit starter that looked just like you at that, you feel me? Like come on now. It's Maul a problem, no. Maul is a problem. And yeah, he went through mad emotions in 3 seconds. And soberness, acceptance, yeah, all of that shit. Salute to you, J.O. Bud would have beaten the brakes off of Mel at 154. Lucky Mel ran from that fight. Damn, he ran from the fight. I didn't even know they was going to fight. Jermall fine as fuck. I can't lie. Shout out to the chat. It's fine Sunday morning. Shout out to you. Definitely appreciate it. I serve. Definitely appreciate you in the building. Yeah, it sounds like Jermall's sick of that toxic shit. Yeah, definitely. Definitely, yo. Mike say the big little brother. That's crazy, y'all. That's crazy. It's true though. They both have something off emotionally. Jermall was supposed to be the one, but Jermall became undisputed. I think Maul feels certain way. She probably so. Just salute to Just Do Boxing in the building. What is good with you, cuzzo? Definitely appreciate you coming through. The real life evil doppelganger. Yeah, man. But he's still trying to support his brother. Man, people you talking about family. I ain't do nothing to none of my family. I sat and asked. They can't tell me shit I did. You think they support me? I got a big family too. Real big.
In the streets running. I mean, look, I'm putting on boxing tournaments for kids and my nephews and my brother kids, and I'm doing all these kind of things. All right, Brian? My brother, he got a big old mansion, pool parties and stuff. He let teenagers have 1,000 kids come over and they...
He shouldn't have said that. All right? He shouldn't have said that. What he just said, I don't know if you know what he said or he said it on purpose. Look at Brian. I don't know if you know what he said or if he said it on purpose, but he shouldn't have said that. All right? He shouldn't have said that part.
Putting on boxing tournaments for kids and my nephews and my brother kids, and I'm doing all these kind of things. All right, Brian? My brother, he got a big old mansion, pool parties and stuff. He let teenagers have 1,000 kids come over and they all partying at my brother. That's not how I run and live my life. And what I'm speaking on is something personal, like, and I really don't jump into that, but like my son, his son come to my house and hang with me, and we go to the boxing gym and work out. My son come to go over there and hang out with him, he going party and stuff, like having, that's just two different type of guys. So y'all stop trying to run up on me as if I'm not trying to hold it down for our future. You only seen Jermall.
Boy, he over here telling all types of stuff without really saying it though. We reading between the lines, Mel. I hope you know. I hope you know what you saying, son. He said, his son come over with me. We go to the boxing gym. I teach him things. Real love, how to fight. He said my son go over there with him. He go party. What does that mean, Mel? What do you mean? What do you mean? Talking about he throw huge parties for teenagers. What are you talking about? On any given day, it's a party day. Sounds like, you know what? I'm not even gonna go there. But better not be no take that going on over there. It's too much. It just sounds like too much, in my opinion. Salute to you, Hassan. What is good with you? What's poppin', Shmel? Yeah, Mel, you saying a lot, Pippin. I don't know if you know. Their brotherly dynamic is crazy because almost twins are ride or die for each other and don't let too much go. Yeah, I have twin nephews. My sister has twin boys. They teenagers. Don't do too much. Thrill Hill, he's doing it. He letting it out. Son of Tank. He is letting it out. I don't know if he know. Bruh, you letting it out. It means Jermall ain't serious in letting his kids do anything and living like a bachelor. And Mel ain't on that. Yeah. Yeah. He over there being the it's so much stuff that come from the past when it comes to Jermall. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's believable. Everything he's saying is kind of believable. It's sad, but it's kind of believable. The man can't leave his demons alone. It seems like partying is a problem. That's why he just had a fight and didn't show up for it, right?
Charlo in trouble a couple times, and I still bounced back from all of that. In these fights, I lost a couple times. I had a draw, still bounced back. That's what the name of the game is. Life ain't trying to hold me down.
Are you in, as of right now, are you and your brother's relationship, has it mended, or where is it right now?
Man, I believe it's better.
Yo, can I say Brian Custer asks the best questions?
To just stay out the way and just like focus on me. You go focus on you. You don't need to, I don't talk. I probably talked to my brother 2 times this year. And that's by choice a little bit, because we just not on the same page with life. I want shit, family, kid. I want to live life. I go fish and I'm at peace. Like your boy at peace right now.
Yeah.
And then I feel like I'm way more fired up because I got what I got. I got family to feed. It's a little different. He got 20 homeboys at the crib every day. I don't got no homeboys like that. Can't come, like my life is just a little different. So it's like you go hang with your brother, you kick it with your brother, take him out to eat. You about to take out about 15 other guys that come around, and I've done that a couple of times and kicked it with them in the city. So it's like I've done that, but I'm not interested in that right now.
Do you think, Mel, and this is a serious question, do you believe that you guys, and I'm talking about you and your brother, get painted with the same brush? And the reason why I ask this is because I remember in the past when I would ask, like, why, ask the PBC, why isn't the Charlos in the ring? And the response I would get was, can't trust them. I don't know if they're drinking too much, if they're going to show up on weight, if they're going to do what they're supposed to do. That was one of the reasons why, obviously, your brother got taken off the Rescindes card, and he was supposed to fight on the Benavidez card, and now Munguia is.
Jermall want him to shut up so bad so he could respond. He had to give himself a hug and start shaking his head. Yeah,
fighting for him. But do you think you got lumped into that as well, that they put you both together when they say can't trust them? I think, maybe they've been drinking too much. They got too many personal problems. And you kind of got put in the same boat as your brother. And that's one of the reasons why you haven't been in the ring.
Okay, great.
Oh, man.
Yeah, like I don't have any mental health issues. I'm fun. Yeah. But when
put it in chat real quick. Did Brian say anything about mental health issues? Did he say mental health issues the whole time he was talking? Or did he say drinking and can't trust him? Please let me know what Brian said.
it's time to put the cup down, we're gonna put the cup down and go crazy. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing when it comes down to this boxing. When I drink and have fun and have my good times, I know when I'm, I control myself and handle myself well. Even like the last time at the fight series, they paint us with the same brush. Absolutely. And that's kind of why I kind of steer myself in my own division. 154, I ain't going nowhere. I'm right here. I ain't no way you could look through me through this shirt and tell you. I could take this shit off and be like, Brian, like, don't ask me about being in shape and don't ask me about training. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like where I want to be. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? And I don't going out there and posting all these videos. My fans get tired of just seeing me posting videos. So I hopped on the last stand with you because ain't no point. A-Line's only gang. We on our way. We've been marching up their neck. We just gotta come in and we gotta drop in like America from the plains. You did. We gotta come in and take over the whole straight of 154. That's how we doing it. So we ain't let nobody else make it through this straight of 154 without at least saying we're gonna acknowledge Jermall Charlo. You come to Jermall Charlo.
That's what it is, yo.
So at least
that's why I feel so disrespected, yo, because y'all didn't acknowledge this, man. Y'all didn't check in when y'all came up to 154 and started getting titles and calling people out and getting recognition. He don't like that. He don't like that. He said with the banana in his mouth, he don't like that shit. He don't like that shit. He don't like that shit.
Knowledge Jermall Charlo before y'all go out and let Earl Smith jump in the ring. Fundora was like way over his head and bigger than him at that day. And he was coming from 147, never fought at 54. And y'all over here talking about fight. No, this guy has fought. I moved up in weight divisions to go fight Canelo. Absolutely. We did what we had to do. Money Mill went and did what he had to do. Now Money Mill said, let's go back to our weight division. I said that at the same night in the ring with Jim Grady. And I told him straight up, I'm going back to 154. Obviously, I filled in for Maul, right?
Yep.
Maul feeling Medina feeling it. So y'all painting me with the same brush. I'm in shape. I'm training. I'm working. You know what I mean? Come pull up on me and see if I'm grinding. Right now we sticking with our game plan. We're gonna rock it out with PBC, see what's going on. Thank God, with Zufas and all of them, and they ain't gonna come this way. You know what I'm saying? They understand they're not gonna come this way. And I'm hoping that we all as one in boxing could fight and work together, dog. This has just been a problem for years and years and years. And I defended the sanctioning bodies. I paid every sanction fee, like I said before. I mean, come on now. They never really had a problem with me other than, one of the PBC guys get all mad at me and stuff. I don't know. He's stuck on some past shit I've taught him. You should have seen that at the fight set. That's what really ticked me off. Remember his name?
Let me ask you. You talked about the Canelo fight. Let me ask you this, because we never had the opportunity to talk about it. What happened? What happened in the Canelo fight for Jermall?
Man, I trained my ass off for that fight. I mentally trained for that fight. Probably not fully on the mental side. Man, I just felt like I was prepared for it. I kind of knew about the fight before everybody. I broke my hand with the Tszyu fight, went through a whole training camp with that. I felt like I just never stopped training. I took one little vacation and went straight back into training camp. So I trained almost that whole year. And I don't know, came to the fight night and I just my team wasn't all on the same page. It was a lot to do with my team and how we supposed to go into a world championship title, undisputed versus undisputed fight. Like I would have never left my coach would have never left my side. And it was like, coaches ain't working together. Family, team ain't working together. Nobody was working together. Everybody was all about, oh shit, this big bag. Let's get to who gonna get, man. Don't get kicked off a camp. Let's do, like you can see ass kisses and yes mans and people then and you got backstabbers. It was all kind of a lot going on at one time. But look, I made it. That's done. That's dead. That's over with. Canelo knew like himself, like he said, I was a great champion and I'm still a great champion. I was undisputed champion and I'm gonna move on to do bigger and better things. I'm past that. I don't dwell in the past. I'm way better than that. So I know my skills in the ring. My highlights could tell you that. That wasn't the same male. I'm big as hell, was bloated. I don't fight with all that weight on me trying to stay up in their weight category. Canelo probably was 192 when we fought. I make no excuses. I got him on my fucking bicycle.
I'm sorry, yo. The way when he threw that joint in there, Jesus, man. I lost my balance the first time I heard him say that shit. I laughed and fell to the ground. When he said, I make no excuses real quick, and he just threw that in there after saying with no breath in between, after saying all of that. Man, Mel funny as I don't know what, yo. I make no excuses.
Punching and moving, did what I have to do. I move around the ring, I punch. That's what I naturally do. Especially when I know that knockout ain't right there and presenting itself, but exactly when that knockout come, I'm gonna go for it, just like every other fight. Cause I know I moved around, punch, we bang. It's a difference. My 154 is cool. They can all claim it, this, that. I'm still the all that weight on me trying to stay up in their weight category. Canelo probably was 192 when we fought. I make no excuses. I got on my motherfucking bike, started punching and moving, did what I have to do. I move around the ring, I punch. That's what I naturally do. Especially when I know that knockout ain't right there and presenting itself, but exactly when that knockout come, I'm gonna go for it, just like every other fight. Cause I know I moved around, punch, we bang. It's a difference. My 154 is cool. They can all claim it, this, that. I'm still the last undisputed 154 champion they ever had, and the first.
Yep. By the way, when we see Mel back in the ring, who's gonna be your coach? Because it's. You're no longer with Derek James. Errol Spence is no longer with Derek James. What happened?
Excuse me, sir. How
wilding with this?
Well, I mean, Derek James, he started getting a little bit more fighters and a little bit more hype, and I feel like our communication changed. We wasn't the same. Derrick James a cool kid and all that, laid back and all that, but he wanted his way. You know, like you as a coach, y'all coaches work for the fighter. Of course, you want everything to be your fighter's way, but if a fighter really is a cold fighter and he a champion, he
Cold.
respects you as a coach and a leader, but he also makes his decisions on what's best for him. This coach coming into the game and try to tell you, nah, nobody can come to the gym, nobody. Nah, you telling me like what's taking my comfort away? I remember one time Earl had a dog, and I had a dog too. We wanted our dog to be training while we sitting there watching. Derek ain't letting none of that type of shit happen. Then he run around like, I mean, I don't know, it's just a lot got to Derek. He wasn't the same during this fight. He didn't train me.
Why ain't let the dog be there? That's crazy. I mean, come on. You can put a dog when you get time to something, it can be out the way. Why ain't let the dog be there? That's crazy. Like he's been a hothead. He was probably being a hothead. Derek's being a hothead or some shit like that. It's crazy.
As much as everybody thinking during this fights, or half of these fights anyways, I always had Juan Guzman, who will be my main trainer. I got Holly Williams Sr., who will be also the second chief. I got Nick. I got a lot of different people that we're gonna work together. That we good. I don't need, what are you talking about? I already did all that shit. I done knocked these motherfuckers out. What they want to do, run into one of these right hands. My bad, I'm getting a little angry.
Yeah, you get it.
You know,
How about
I don't need none of these motherfucking coaches. The coach need us. Then they treat us like you too big. Don't get too big, coach. Calm down, coach. I'm the one that was your first champion, this and that and the third. What you talking about? Sit back and let me get.
So he mad at Coach James, man. He basically, and he said he was choosing, and he chose Earl after him being his first champion. All this other stuff, man. I don't know. Was he talking about Rodney Shields too? Like it's kind of everywhere, man. Yeah, he's doing it. He's letting it out. He be letting it out in these interviews. This shit is therapeutic for him. That's probably why he got a bird so he can talk to it. Derek don't like all the distractions in the gym. I see. Salute, Dark Kent. What is good with you? Definitely appreciate you coming through. Peace and blessings to you. I heard Derek mention that in the video. Really? Yeah, man. Derek James got greedy. I heard, it's been a lot of stuff been going on. And now he said he ain't gonna work with nobody else and still work with somebody else after he said. And then now he's working with Felicia Baumgartner.
This is the money and you be cool. And it was like that, but he's starting out having his own personal feelings towards everybody and everything. And then that's what ruined it. You can go in the ring, you can't go in a world title fight. You gotta remember, Anthony Joshua was getting ready for his heat fought right before I fought, and then Earl Spence fought right before I fought. How much training camp do you think I had with it?
Yeah, he made a good point there. Because at the time, he had 5 fighters, I believe. Derek James had 5 fighters, and all of them, not all, but he had 3 main fighters, like top fighters that needed their own attention for their own fights, and they had, of course, fights every year. That year, you know what I mean? That was the year that he fought Canelo. He got a good point. Man got a good point right there, though. What you say? After he got AJ and Ryan, Derek started tripping. It seems like, man, it's a lot that went on in that gym for real. All right, hold on. Geez, you would think GPS would know how to guide people to your address and stuff, but geez, oh my gosh, my mom wanted me to spell it out. Jeez. Okay. Boxing Barbecue say he should have never accepted AJ and Ryan in that gym. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know why AJ even went there, for real. I understand at the time Derek James was being noted to be one of the best trainers at the time, but shit, come on now. AJ had just, I think, did he had just worked with or after Derek James? After Derek James, he worked with Robert Garcia. He'd been everywhere too. Not only that, he had Frank Martin. That's facts. And Frank, he had 5 fighters. That was just too much. Derek effed the money up.
Derek James. But then whenever he come, he with this big ego, and everybody got to listen to him because he the main coach. No, nigga, it don't work like that. You better shut the fuck up. I've been training my ass off with this dude that came from New York. He sleep in my house. You got to remember, Anthony Joshua was getting ready for his heat fought right before I fought, and then Earl Spence fought right before I fought. How much training camp do you think I had with Derek James? But then whenever he come, he with this big ego, and everybody got to listen to him because he the main coach. No, nigga, it don't work like that. You better shut the fuck up. I've been training my ass off with this dude that came from New York. He sleep in my house. We wake up, eat breakfast, and cook and train. And then when you come in town, you don't even speak to him or even check on and see how I'm training. What's messed up about it? You know, I went through that during that Canelo time, bro. You know, you didn't even check in, nothing. You don't even know what's going on. Hardly even see you during the fight week. Anyways,
well, let's talk
154 World Jermall fucking Charlo.
Well, let's talk about 154 because Boots and Xander are going to fight. What do you think about that fight? Who wins that?
Imagine being able to build an.
Man, it's a 50-50 fight in my head because I think Boots wins that fight. 60-40 in my head. 60-40, Boots wins that fight.
Same thing, 60-40.
The Puerto Rican, yeah. Boots fuck around and knock him out. Boots fuck around and knock him out.
Wow.
Boots ain't been down. His hand keep been dropped and all kind of shit. He done tasted that floor a lot.
Tasted.
Do you see yourself?
I think Boots knock him out.
Do you see you and Boots fighting?
Beating them up. Beating them the fuck up. Yeah.
I love.
If we can do something and work with Eddie Hearn, I don't know how that works, bro. I mean, I don't know. We don't got too much time left in this boxing shit. You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure that we get to go out with a bang, you know?
Yes.
Looking stupid and foolish. I want to look good for my kids. But if I got to go there, you know, we already had conversations, baby. Hey, daddy, boxing is hard, you know? They over here, they be too worried about having an undefeated record. Everybody worried about having an undefeated record, but they don't got too many zeros on their account. But okay, protect that. Oh.
How about Virgil Ortiz? That'd be a Texas. That would be a Texas banger. Virgil Ortiz, and obviously he's got to work this stuff with Golden Boy. But could you see a Jermall Charlo and Virgil Ortiz, a big Texas fight?
I'm sorry. It just nothing you said right now made me just want to get happy because like I can't fucking think about Virgil Ortiz with all that shit he got going on. Like, oh yeah, Virgil Ortiz, yeah. The fuck, man, you fighting lawsuits and shit. You tripping. You go listen to this dumbass manager that don't know shit about boxing. These people been doing this shit for fucking 10 plus years. I was signed with De La Hoya for 7. Like, you come on, bro. Like, do that shit better, bro. Get this dude out your ear. Go fucking talk to this man like a man. Get what you need and train. I think a lot of them, Virgil have a bunch of fights that he have to pull out of because he has some like health issues and something like that. Come on, these people been riding by your side. You pulled out of 2 fights with this same medical condition. Let's be real with it. Jermall Charlo speaking. Go handle your business, man. Don't listen to some guy. I mean, look, I get it. You might want more money and you want the fight right away, and it might make you look bad because your dude negotiating kind of weird for you, but just sit down and have a conversation about it. What you think?
Yeah, I hear you. How about this one? We had him on The Last Stand. Tony Harrison. Tony Harrison was on The Last Stand last month. He told us, he said, I had a phone call with Jermall Charlo, and he told me I was his hardest fight, and that he really doesn't want to fight me anymore. now I know you two kind of trolled each other on social media, but he said he told you, he said, I told him, you got one, I got one. Let's have a trilogy. And he said, no, I don't want to fight you anymore. You're my hardest fight. Did that
Please let
happen?
me fucking talk.
Did that happen? And do you want to fight
My
Tony
homie up there
Harrison?
in the league.
What, Charlo? What is it?
Happen? And do you want to fight Tony
My homie
Harrison?
up there in the league. My homie up there in the league,
Yo.
Monte Morris called.
You got one, I got one. Let's have a
said,
trilogy.
"Please let me-"
And he said, no, I don't want to fight you anymore. You're my hardest fight. Did that
Please let
happen?
me fucking talk.
Did that happen? And do you want to fight
My
Tony
homie up
Harrison?
there in the league. My homie up there in the league, Monte Morris called.
Yeah, Virgil looks horrible. Virgil looks bad when it's coming to everybody. Jeez. Maybe they're here already. Hold on. Okay. Let me see. Yep, they here. Play.
They are from Flint, Michigan, and Dallas and stuff. Flint, Michigan, and the Detroit. He called. We talked on the phone. Definitely haven't spoken to that guy since I knocked him out or nothing like that. So
Haven't spoke to him since I knocked him out.
The first fight with Tony Harrison was a controversial loss that I should have never had. The commission in New York knew what the fuck they was on. I didn't like that shit. They got cheated. Y'all, everybody in the world know. Y'all go back over that fight. I did what I was supposed to do. I redeemed myself. I knocked him out, and then y'all. He's missing in action. We don't hear from Tony Harrison. He didn't fucking got knocked out by the zoo. He didn't be swept under the rug. Tony Harrison should have been retired a long fucking time ago. Tell him he's a great talker, and I told him this on the phone. But you need to start a podcast, and maybe I'll just join your podcast like I'm joining Brian Cusses, and you just stay respectful.
Yes,
we can argue a little bit and have a little mix of money. But man, send me my fees, and that's it. I'm not gonna fight Tony Harrison. He brings some absolute. I'm talking serious boxing shit right now. I'm not telling you, wasting my time talking to you about no fucking Tony Harrison. We knocked him out already. He did. He done. We never fight him. He done. He can't even knock out the niggas. That's the zoo. Come on. He needs to be trying to go find them again.
Yo, how did it get like that? One more time.
Fucking Tony Harrison. We knocked him out already. What he want? He did. He done. We never fight him. He done. He can't even knock out the niggas. That's the zoo. Come on. He needs to be trying to go find them again. Go to fight a fucking exhibition or something in Detroit. Chill out, bro. He only ever talking. He got cars. He got this. Man, chill, bro. Don't count my pockets, bro. Stay back. You all of these dumbasses over here talking about. Oh, he need. I don't need no money. Motherfucker, I'm hungry and I want to fight. I got something to prove, and I got kids that's watching.
What do you think? What do you think about Zuffa boxing?
And a twin brother that's hating on me.
Stop caring about.
What do you think about Zuffa boxing?
Let's get the fight.
I finally realized why all the big companies use Navan to manage their business.
All I know right now is they're just giving fighters a lot of money. They over here talk. You got half of the world talking. Oh, we got to pay these fighters less, and we got to pay these fighters this, and then we got to pay these fighters that. You got one fighter. We got one company talking about shit. First off, I thought Zuffa only could wear their own uniform. They own this. I thought Conor Benz. Is it Conor Benz for Zuffa?
Yes.
The fight that I just seen Conor Benz had here shit. I ain't see Zuffa.
Now, isn't he right? Isn't that what we thought at first? That you had to wear a certain type of outfit. You couldn't come down and there. Like even reporters, old media channels You know what I'm saying? The people that be at the fights commentate, even they were saying that shit. That you're not gonna be able to do this, you're not gonna be able to have a certain type of walkout music and a certain type of, you know what I mean? All that stuff has changed. Just like when new stuff comes, and the person that makes it, if they can tweak it, they usually do. Just like the franchise belt. I just think Zuffa got some changes coming. Stuff gonna change. I don't know if it's good or bad.
It looked like it was Zuffa fight. So if that looked like real boxing to me. At the end of the day, we trying to get the real boxing. Now, the belts and all that shit, yeah. We take them trophies too. You know, we don't want it. Well, we sending some money. What y'all sending some money? Zuffa, you hear me? Y'all sending some money? Because at the end of the day, that was a nice crowd. Regis had a great fight and then a great retirement party. Conor Benzi move on to the next level. They still talking about world titles. They still comparing him to real boxing. I mean, I ain't hating on nobody. I love PPC. We gonna work and operate. As long as they rocking with me and we rocking together. But some shit that happened the other weekend happened where I go to a fight and some PPC guy just started acting a fool. Y'all gotta fucking fire him because he fucking with the prize. He ain't no fucking prize. Yeah, they know what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about too, since they're gonna switch it. It's not gonna be what people say. What people are saying it is, what fighters think it is, all that shit is not gonna be the same. I don't think so. Like, that's how stuff be happening. Real slight like. Suit to you, Thomas Hill. What is good with you? Oh, definitely appreciate you coming through. Everybody hit the like button. We almost done.
Was wrong for that guy. I was chilling and I was good, you know, having a good time. But you know, these people, they get beside themselves. They want to do more than what they're supposed to.
So
I was telling that dude in this here, hey, the old past is the past, you know, we good, life is good, you know, hope you well. We're gonna, you know, but I knocked these motherfuckers out. And I was pointing at the ring and I'm like, look, I'm trying to get in the ring. I'm like, over here trying to get in the ring and shit. And then this dude just, no, I knocked you out, dope. Bro. What? I looked at me. And then I thought he was just talking at, wait, bro, yo. I look back at the crowd. Nigga, are you talking to me about, like, what the fuck is, his name was Chase. He worked at PPC, they should fire him. He should never work there again. Because I couldn't really cause out a problem. I lost it. He just split everybody in arms. Like, what the fuck was dude talking about? It's just, I'm going to get off of that. You probably could clip that or not keep it. I don't give a fuck. This is what I said. They got to come on with it, bro. Let's do this shit correctly, dog. And I'm going to come back and knock everybody out that I said.
I like it. All right. So here it is. We'll wrap it up with this. For the fans that have been fiending to see Jermall Charlo back in the ring, what's your message to the fight fans right now?
Hey, we on our way back. Listen, all I can say, I can't beg nobody. I don't beg nobody. We on our way back, lines only. Y'all want to see Charlo, all right? And I pray that y'all see Charlo, twin Charlo, Jermall, because I'm coming on banging. I don't got none of these issues. My life is good. I'm finna grind. I grind and I'm on my grind 24/7. And we waiting. And I'm patient. And we're gonna make sure we get the right fight. And that's gonna bring just the ones that love it to the game. Let's go. That's it. That's all I gotta tell them.
To Sebastian Fundora, from my understanding, I know the PBC is trying to work to get that fight, Jermall Charlo to Sebastian Fundora at the end of the summer. What's your message to Sebastian Fundora?
I don't got a message to him yet. We got a messages for these fighters. I sent all these messages out, all right? I already sent out a lot of messages. Yeah. We're going to go in and try to negotiate, and we're going to have to do a little operation, but we got it. You know, operation within this music shit. I did nothing personal. Just we're going to do some operation in the back office. Yeah.
Okay, so then
he's a great fighter, bro. He's a great fighter. I'm ready to put on the show. I'm ready to come back and redeem myself and show what I got. I ain't sitting in there finna let you. Yeah, okay, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Ain't no message to him. Manny Mel is on his way back.
I like it. And
you want great? Let's go be great. You want to be great? Let's go be great. I'm gonna give him a name. They thought I would be the main event, but you know we'll go there.
There you have it.
Yo,
the former
Mel, you already
champion of the world at super welterweight, Jermall Charlo, says, as of right now, trying to work out this deal with Sebastian Fundora and come back at the end of August. We'll see what happens. Folks, that's what we do here on The Last Stand. We bring you the biggest names in the sport, like Jermall Charlo.
That's my guy, bro. I fuck with Brian Custer. Everybody hit the like button. We get on about it, man. I'm from Maryland. Think the East Coast been running boxing for a little while now, man. Been running boxing for a little while. But the DMV, man, then had like their best talent is the three Davises, and I'm not talking about the Davis brothers. I'm talking about Tank Davis, Scooter Davis, and Keyshawn Davis. Those are DMV's biggest boxing talents. For people that don't know Scooter, I wanted to say it with those two names, Tank and Keyshawn, because Scooter Davis, I want people to know that y'all should start watching him. For real. Start watching Scooter Davis. I'm trying to track down this man fights, bro, because he's from DC. And I know for sure, bro, he's gonna be fighting somewhere that I can go to. You know what I mean? Somewhere around this area. I need to track down where his fights is. I think now he's 10-0 or 11-0. He just had a fight, I believe, or fights coming up. Man, I just want to say, man, Scooter is nasty. Coming up right now, since he's had 10 fights, and you already know it usually take like 15, 16 fights, you get a title fight if you the goods and he the goods. Being that he at 135, Tank just moved up to 140. 135 needs Scooter Davis. You hear me? 135 needs Scooter Davis. His name's in that weight class that he could actually fight and make great fights, man. I think he's a talent that hasn't really got the light shined on him yet. Yo, I have to put him out there because he is from the DMV. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn's from Maryland, and Keyshawn's from Virginia, and Tank's from Maryland. So with the DMV, bro, those are our best boxing talents, bro. And I just have to say, bro, y'all got to look out for the people that don't know Scooter Davis. Man, he coming. The boy is nice. Think he had a fight or about to have one. Yeah, one or the other. Bro, it's in Baltimore. Where? I can't find it. Legit. Get with Big Drop, Dre, the voice maker you plug with shit. Okay. Get you the info bet. I need that. Scooter Davis is nice, bro. The truth. He fought last night. Okay, that's what I thought. Because I thought I seen his weigh in. You feel me? I need to find his highlights. I'll probably go right to IG. I know somebody on IG got it. He 11-0 now. Probably is he got 11 knockouts now? Did he stop, dude? I know he was saying, man, listen. It just feel like that he should be. Don't it just feel like he should be on the bigger cards, on like the undercards? You feel me? Like they look at the people they be having on undercards with the fights that we be watching, the cards we be watching. Look at the undercards and the shit like that. Like, bruh, how come he not on the undercard if you already got 10? I'm just saying. I think it's time and it's probably coming. You feel me? No, I went the distance. It was a good strike bet. I definitely need to see it. Yes, I got that fight actually. It's on Instagram. If anybody want to see the Christian Rock fight, that's all you need to put in the search engine is Christian Rock fight. And they got the whole fight. You know what I'm saying? It was only 3-4 rounds, I believe. And they were scrapping, you know what I'm saying? But y'all, you have to remember both fighters is their first fight ever. So this is their first amateur fight. And it looked like one, but it was good. She dropped the girl Zainab she was fighting and won. It was it was good. Salute to Felix. Salute Felix Nunez. What's good with you? Cheddar Promotion did the last fight. Oh, okay, last night. Okay, bet. But yeah, my main out of everything that I said today, the one thing that I need, everything is whatever happens, happens in boxing. You know what I'm saying? I'm still going to be here watching, but I think an issue is still in Robert Garcia's gym. All right. If this is true, it got to be addressed. And I mean by big major channels and old media. Like if he has really got freaking 50 Spanish fighters over there, and he don't ever want none of them to fight each other professionally. That's an issue for us fans. And it should be an issue for them. Because, damn it, if T.O. really moving up to 147 and said no to the Lindafo fight, if he really said no to him at 140, he's moving up to 147, then the only thing that makes sense is to make Lindafo versus Oscar Duarte. Both of them are under Robert Garcia's gym. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, man. Still too Savage Bull, but I have to go. I really do. I was impressed. Oh, okay. He said I was impressed by Christian. She got in shape. She was real emotional for the whole weight cut and all of that. It was pretty funny. You should watch some shorts. I'm happy for her too, yo. She looked like she liked this, and she probably gonna stick with it. And she needs something healthy. The more you love yourself, the more you can love others. You feel me? And that's the problem. She's getting back to liking herself. In my opinion, that's what it seemed like. Anyway, way too long for that. Yeah. But salute to everybody that came in the building. Please hit that like button before you get on up out of here. I'm going to try to go live this Saturday coming. I don't got nothing scheduled. Hopefully nothing pops up and takes my time and I can go live and we can rock out, bro. But I appreciate everybody to catch me Sunday morning, especially because, you know, I know people be having Saturday nights that last very long and it's hard to be up in the morning. So I appreciate everybody that's here when I go live, actually. So I won't sit here and have to do it by myself. Salute to everybody that came in the building. Salute Zach B in the building. What is good, yo? But salute to everybody that she's a natural athlete. Yeah, she do. She looked like it. I could tell. She had the good form and all of that going, yo. But salute to her. Salute to all the kings and queens that came in the building. Yo, I'll see you next Saturday, hopefully. Either 3 or 5, depending on if anybody's fighting Eastern time. If not,